check this out. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ha ha ha. Merry Christmas to me, Merry Christmas to me, Merry Christmas to me. And boy, did we get a Christmas present today. We have to talk about The Mandalorian Season 2 Episode 7, guys. Next episode is going to be the season finale. I want it to end. I want more Mandalorian. I don't want it to end. But here we are, almost at the very end of the show. Do you guys like the Christmas tree? You know, it took me, the reason why it took me so long to put this thing up, even though I've been wearing a hat since November, is because I actually bought a new tree, and it hasn't shown up yet, and I don't even know if it's gonna show up until, like, after Christmas or something, because the shipping is, like, really weird. So, this was just going to be, like, a table. This is my old tree. This was just going to be, sitting on, like, the kitchen table or something like that, you know? Be nice, but I brought in at least to make my next YouTube videos, at least to have a little bit of Christmas behind me, especially because I just don't feel the Christmas cheer without a Christmas tree in my bedroom. That is how I am, and boy, I definitely have been feeling the Christmas spirit when it comes to Disney. Dude, Disney's investor meeting gave us so much, and I am still making videos on the investor meeting. I still have 2 more videos to make on the investor meeting, guys. So, those videos should be coming out real soon, and then I'm done. Only got 2 more to make, but dude, I've made like 6 or 7 videos about the investor meeting. Because there's just so much to talk about when it comes to that. But we're not really going to be talking about that. But let me tell you, Disney has been giving us a lot of Christmas presents. We have a lot in those investor meetings. A lot of fantastic, amazing news. Not just for Star Wars, but Marvel and Disney. We got the Pixar films. We got new Star Wars movies coming out. New Star Wars shows released, announced. And oh my god, there's so much, so much. Go ahead and check out my investor meeting videos if you guys want to. They're on the channel. You guys should be able to find them. Today's video, we gotta talk about episode 7, episode 15 of The Mandalorian. So, we got, of course, Baby Yoda, Grogu, captured by none other than the Dark Troopers, man. That was so cool last episode. We are apparently gonna be going after Moff Gideon and hopefully finding Baby Yoda, getting Grogu back. But to do that, we need Mayfield. So, in the last episode, we had, of course, our boy Mandalorian going to Cara Dune, and Cara Dune, being a marshal, being a little bit of hands in the Republic, she was able to use her, I want to say, position, I think is the right word. She used her position to get in to wherever Mayfield was being kept, go there and pick him up. And it was interesting seeing what Mayfield was up to being in jail. So, they're cleaning up whatever was left over by the Empire. Whatever trash was left over by the Empire, they're trying to tear it apart. And that's what their job is going to be for the next 100+ years. Anyone who is a criminal from the New Republic probably gets sent here to tear apart old TIE fighters. I mean, it was actually really cool to see. So we got Mayfield, and I really, really liked this character in episode 6 of The Mandalorian season 1. I didn't get his name. I just learned his name from season 2. Like, I did not figure out his name until this episode. And I kept saying it to myself, Mayfield, Mayfield, Mayfield. Because I really did like this character in season 1, and I love him in this episode. He's one of the absolute best characters. And what I really like about him is his morals. You know, he's got some real morals. He's got some real issues with how the Empire ran their, empire. And I just really like this character. I mean, he goes on and on. He teases Mandalorian all throughout the episode a little bit. He goes on and on trying to explain his point of view on the world. To him, it doesn't matter if you come from Alderaan. Doesn't matter if you come from the Empire. Guess what? They're both gone. Kind of a harsh joke, but it was still a little funny. His view is basically, if you're a bad guy, you're a bad guy. If you can sleep good at night, if you can do your job and sleep good at night, then you have a good life. That is basically what his point of view is. Okay? And I actually really, really like that. Now, we know he was a sharpshooter, not a stormtrooper. He was indeed a sharpshooter. So, what's the difference? A bigger gun, I guess. I really don't know the difference at all. What's the difference between... I mean, wouldn't there be a sharpshooter stormtrooper? Why would they have to commission different sharpshooters? Like, even though he worked for the Empire, I guess there are ground troopers, and then there are stormtroopers. And my cat just opened the door. Katrina. Yep, that's why that opened up. It's not as creepy as you guys think. But yeah, sharpshooters, there are ground troopers, and then there are stormtroopers. So I guess he was a soldier and not a stormtrooper. I guess that's how you define them, because we do know from the Solo movie that he was a ground trooper, a soldier, but not a stormtrooper. Granted, you have to go through special training to become a stormtrooper. Basically, your training is this: make sure you don't shoot anyone except the Mandalorian's armor. Okay, I'm joking, but come on. Those guys can't shoot anything, am I right? It's actually, it's very convenient that they don't shoot our heroes so easily. Makes it look like they can't shoot anybody. But stormtroopers can actually really shoot in Star Wars. Don't let anyone tell you. It's just when you have main characters that are important to the plot of the story, that they're not going to hit anything. Granted, they did hit the Mandalorian, but the Mandalorian's wearing armor, so it's okay if he gets shot. That's how this stuff works in Star Wars, guys. I don't know, but very entertaining with that. And it happens in this episode too. Mandalorian gets shot a lot. So what happens is, Mayfield needs to get to this computer that needs to scan his face. He needs to get codes to find out where a Moff Gideon is, right? So him and Mandalorian have to go to this plant, steal a vehicle. They actually climb into stormtrooper armor, and I really liked what Mayfield was trying to say here. Mayfield was like, okay, what is your actual thing here? Is it just you can't remove your helmet? Or is it that you can't show your face? Because there is a difference. And it was just very interesting how that whole thing went on. I'm going to talk about something big later on in a little bit. So Mayfield and him in stormtrooper outfits, actually. Driver stormtrooper outfits, like the gray ones. Those are so cool. I'm glad they didn't do just the average white stormtrooper outfits. I'm glad they did the gray ones. They drive this this vehicle full of radioactive material to into an Imperial gateway. But then pirates attack. These pirates are against the Empire. They're not against Mandalorian, but they don't know the Mandalorian isn't Imperial, so they go up against him, and they have to, of course, save their own butts by saving the radioactive material, and they end up actually saving the day, and everyone applauds them. Little do they know that these guys are the villains to them. The Empire doesn't like these guys. So, and it's really interesting because after that whole thing happens, then to go and get the codes, we have to go over this guy that actually knows Mayfield. Mayfield knows him, at least. He doesn't know if Mayfield will be recognized, but he doesn't want to take a chance. So then our boy Mando has to go in and take the helmet off. Wow. So, this is my thoughts behind this. One, I don't think they should have done it, but two, I think to stop the actor from crying about it, they had to give him something. So they gave him this. I'm not saying Pedro Pascal is a humongous crybaby, but the fact that he's complaining about not being able to take the helmet off and show his face, it's a little crybaby-ish. But, I can understand with the other Mandalorians, they get to take their helmets off. So, yes, he gets to take his helmet off and show his face in this episode. And we have a really interesting moment where he kind of gets caught by that one guy Mayfield was talking about, and Mayfield has to save his butt. Mayfield gets to see his face. And I really liked Mayfield's whole thing about whether or not his motivations are good or not. You have this line that you won't cross until you have to. And Mandalorian has crossed that line to save Baby Yoda because he has to. So Mayfield is kind of correct in that sense. So I really did like the back and forth banter between those two. It was really, really fun to see that whole situation play out. And then Mayfield, and of course our boy Mando, Din Djarin, gets to sit and have a drink with that stupid officer, and he's talking about the good old days of the Empire and everything else, and they're talking, and Mayfield, you can tell on his face that he wants confirmation that he just cares, and he doesn't because he's Imperial, and you know what? The people who died, guess what? They did what they were supposed to do. It is our job as the Empire to survive. Toast to the Empire. Not toast to the people, to the soldiers, to the stormtroopers who passed away. Toast to the Empire that still survives. Toast to the Empire that's going to take over the galaxy again. That's what they toast to. And Mayfield, when he hears that, he has enough. He shoots him in the gut, and they go on this whole crazy spree of trying to escape the entire stormtrooper forces there, trying to shoot and kill everybody. Of course, we got Cara Dune and Boba Fett and that other girl all trying to help out and save Mandalorian. And of course, they get what they came for. They got their information, and Mayfield even got to blow up the radioactive stuff just to teach the Empire that this is not what you're supposed to do. That was fantastic. I love the fact that Mayfield got to be the one to destroy those things, And at the very end of the episode, we get a shot of I almost said Mandalorian. Yeah, we get a shot of Mandalorian talking to Moff Gideon. It's a hologram. Moff Gideon gets a message from the Mandalorian, and Mandalorian pretty much says the exact same line Moff Gideon gave him. You don't know what you're in possession of. He cares more to me than he ever will to you. I'm coming. That was awesome. That was awesome. Was it a smart move? No. Was it a cool move? Yeah. What I mean by smart move is now Moff Gideon is going to know and expect Mandalorian to be coming after. You know? Which, for the sake of surprise, he shouldn't have sent the message. But he did, and it was awesome. I love this episode. I don't think it was as good as the last 2-3 episodes, but it was good, and it was a really good start to the finale. Next, we have the finale of The Mandalorian, and I love it. I cannot wait. At the same time, it's the end of The Mandalorian, man. I don't want The Mandalorian to win. Ah! But I can't wait to see it. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Let me know down in the comments below. What did you think of this episode? What did you think about Mayfield this episode? I think he's one of my favorite characters. I think Cara Dune and Mayfield are probably two of my favorite Mandalorian characters this season. I mean, you know Ahsoka Tano and Bo-Katan are awesome, but I mean for specifically Mandalorian. Yeah. Cara Dune and Mayfield and Moff Gideon are probably my 3 new favorites. I love The Mandalorian, but they're my new 3 favorites, probably. Thank you guys for watching, and again, I am out.